the protocols of Spectro.
And fixed. God damn it. Alright, time to unveil my new look. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I know, it's my Rever 3 mask, but what do you guys expect from me? Besides, the other mask is already withered out, and I've been wearing it for who knows how long, so this is just temporary, okay? I'm gonna get a new mask soon, but other than that, welcome to another installment to the Chronicles of Spectro. So many of you guys are probably confused as to where I am, because clearly this doesn't look like my bedroom. So believe it or not, I'm up in Jupiter. Yeah, no joke. First, I had to deal with Ezekiel, then a talking seal decided to bring me up in space, and then halfway through, their ship just somehow ran out of gas, so I had to use up an ability card to fly my way over to the planet. My life is really weird, but we're not here to talk about my crazy-ass life. So for those who have been subscribed to this channel, I've sort of rebranded myself as a music reviewer, or at least somewhat of a reviewer that covers music-related topics. And I wanted to change things up a bit for the sake of this video. Instead of doing a traditional review, I'm just gonna ramble a bit, mainly because of the fact that, well, the topic in question has always been on my mind for so many years to the point where I'm still surprised at the fact that no one has ever done a video discussing about this piece of Star Wars mythology. And that just so happens to be the in-universe music of Star Wars. Something like this always resonated with me as a Star Wars fan, mainly because of the fact that it brings the universe to life. After all, music is the soul of the universe, so how can it live and breathe without the beautiful sounds that it beholds? Well, mainly because you get something like this. But yeah, jokes aside, there's just something fascinating about the in-universe music of Star Wars that I just appreciate. And I appreciate it more from a behind-the-scenes standpoint. Many of these talented and wonderful artists come together to create these amazing songs and pieces to the point where they succeed in emulating music that just sounds so alien yet familiar at the same time. And that's just kind of the beauty of Star Wars in a way. It takes place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but the thematics and even the characters are somewhat familiar to things that you can find in the real world. And that applies to not only the music of the Star Wars universe, but also the artists who live in that reality. From the Cantina performers to even the Max Rebo band, their artistry can literally be parallel to stuff that we can find in the real world. Not to mention, the real-world musicians who have to create these songs for Star Wars also have to learn the alien language depending on which alien species is performing that song. Not only does that showcase dedication, but that also showcases the care and respect that each of the creators have for the Star Wars franchise. Take, for instance, the song Jabba Flow that was featured in The Force Awakens. This song was written and performed by none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda, who had to learn the Huttese language in order to bring the song to life. But probably the more recognizable example comes from the song Sugan Esana that was featured in Jedi Fallen Order and was performed by The Who. This song was the reason why I made this video. It not only opened my mind to the extensive world building of Star Wars, but really encapsulated what it really felt to be a part of that universe. To hear the type of music that characters like Cal Kestis would listen to while going on crazy adventures. Even the song itself, which was written from the perspective of a powerful warrior, was created to parallel that of Cal's character. Not only did The Who create a phenomenal song for a phenomenal game, but they were brought back for its sequel, Jedi Survivor, to make more songs, which you can listen to in the official Jedi Survivor album, Sounds from the Galactic Skylanes. Now, coming back to the iconic Cantina scene, it's amazing to hear what music actually sounds like within this universe, because keep in mind, this was the first time many fans were exposed to the in-universe Star Wars music. Also, I can't forget the fact that we can't talk about in-universe Star Wars music without having to talk about the subgenre of music that the people in the Star Wars universe listen to. You see, the song that you hear in the Cantina scene is actually a musical genre called jizz. And yes, I'm aware that they renamed it to Jats once the Disney acquisition was made, but I'm sorry, jizz? really? Like, I'm not an expert on when words were first coined, but I'm pretty sure jizz was already a thing before Star Wars. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a play on words with jazz, but seriously? Out of all the letters in the alphabet that you can replace A with, you chose I? Why not just call it juzz or and I'm sorry, Jats? This is gonna sound like a bit of a nitpick here, but Jats sounds more like a board game rather than a music genre within the Star Wars universe. And yeah, I know, it's Star Wars. It's a franchise that's filled to the brim with ridiculous names and terminology. They might as well just have kept it the way it was rather than renamed it to Jats. Because after all, the subgenre is barely name-dropped within the franchise. You like jizz? Now I just realized, if we're talking about in-universe Star Wars music, does that also include the songs featured in the Star Wars Holiday Special? And yeah, it's not canon anymore aside from Life Day, which was brought up in The Mandalorian. But I wanted to bring these up because these are the only songs within any Star Wars related media that is sung within the English language, or Standard Basic according to Star Wars lore. You see what I mean when it comes to terminology? And up until now, I never realized this. The fact that most of the music within the Star Wars universe is sung through different alien languages aside from Basic makes me wonder if the only way to sing music is through other alien languages. But it also makes me wonder if there are songs out there within the Star Wars universe that are sung in a Basic language. And if there is, the closest thing we'll ever get is the songs featured within the Star Wars Holiday Special. And before anyone asks, no, I will not talk about the songs featured in Connect Star Wars. Probably one of my personal favorite scenes comes from Solo: A Star Wars Story. For those who haven't seen the movie, P.S. this is a really underrated film, a young Han Solo attends a party of a crime boss, and there's a performance by an alien singing the song Chicken in the Pot, which is sung in Huttese. I kinda like this performance simply because of the fact that this is probably the closest we'll ever get to what an indie singer sounds like within the Star Wars universe.
Welcome to my kitchen. We have bananas and avocado.
And yeah, the song has a pretty strange title, but there's actually a meaning to this. The story of the song is basically the singer talking about how much she hungers, specifically for foods like bologna and hamburgers? Wait, those exist within the Star Wars universe? So are hamburgers made out of bantha meat? Never mind. The song was written by the movie's composer, John Powell, who also worked on Childish Gambino's third studio album, Awaken My Love, which is also interesting because of the fact that Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover himself, portrayed the younger version of Lando Calrissian within Solo: A Star Wars Story. If you have recently taken a trip to Disneyland, chances are you probably visited Galaxy's Edge. This was probably one of my favorite attractions the last time I visited Disneyland. Set on the planet Batuu, and yes, Galaxy's Edge is canon. If you pay a visit to Oga's Cantina, you'll encounter a character by the name of DJ Rex. Rex was a former Star Speeder pilot, specifically the one we saw on the Star Tours ride, who ended up becoming a full-time DJ for Oga's Cantina, playing some of the Galaxy's greatest hits. And yes, all of the music is original, and you can actually listen to them. And I left a link below for all the songs that play at Oga's Cantina, which contains over 18 songs. And as of 2025, a new set of music was made for the Cantina, which I have also left in the link below. Now, there is a lot of music out there within the Star Wars universe, but I do want to keep this video to a minimum so it doesn't drag out. However, before I go, there is one song that does sound familiar to a song that already exists within the real world. In one of the episodes of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, there is a certain song that plays that sounds awfully a lot like a hip-hop classic. Take a listen. Anyways, that's all I got time for this video, and honestly, I had a lot of fun talking about in-universe Star Wars music. I've always wanted to talk about it for a really long time, and if you really enjoyed this video and want to see a sequel, given the fact that there are like 80 plus songs within the Star Wars franchise, some of which I haven't even covered in this video, But if anybody is interested, just let me know in the comment section down below and I'll probably make a sequel video. But anyways, that's all I got time for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell for updates on new content. This has been Spectro Heliotic, dropping the mic. How's the evacuation plan going?
Well, first off, I'm in charge of this operation. But we've managed to evacuate all civilians from the area.
Good. Make sure no denizen of Jupiter gets left behind.
You do realize I'm leading this, right?
We got one more, sir.
Unhand me! Have you know, I am the most well-respected baron on this planet, Archibold Helmsburrow.
Either you evacuate with the others or stay here and let the Empire destroy you.
I'm the richest man on Jupiter. Why would I be taking orders from you?
Does this space look like I give a fuck?
No, because I can't see it.
Just get on the ship.
Hey, watch it.
Give my absolute regards to Indy Fan and Jack. The rest of us reviewers will take it from here. Alright, set to destination to Earth.